Welcome back to Talk of the Town. What titles are book clubs raving about these days, and what are the hottest new bestsellers? Sarah Lee and Larry Woods have their recommendations from Bookman, Bookwoman, Bookstore. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
You have some good books for us today.
We do, and if you're sort of new to the Nashville area, Tennessee area, or you just need a great icebreaker for your book club, these two books, nonfiction, are great. The Grand Tour, all about George Jones, the making of the industry of country music. It's really good. It reads like a novel. Or Dime Store, the biography and essays by author Lee Smith. Dime Store because her father owned a Ben Franklin store, just like mine did. And it's really, really good. You'll enjoy them.
They'll provoke discussion in your book club, which is always good.
Very good.
Well, instead of George for my book club, I'm going to take Rita, Delta Lady, the story of Rita Coolidge, Maplewood High School in Nashville, a rock star for the outlaw music group in the 70s and 80s. She and Willie and Johnny and Chris Christopherson, primarily for her. Her involvement with two of the major guys in Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Her songs that she wrote and never got credit for because some of the men stole the credit.
No.
Great theme.
No.
Great theme.
Imagine that.
Or Hamilton, the biography of Hamilton by Chernow. You can talk about everything from the current Broadway musical to his vision for the nationalism of the new country. Wonderful book club selection.
Okay, sounds good.
This is the next big fiction book, All Things Cease to Appear by Elizabeth Brundridge. It's a marriage story, sort of the marriage thriller. I could not put this book down. It's so good. Don't wait for the paperback. And here is a paperback that is a great story. The readers of Broken Wheel recommend. Broken Wheel is in Iowa. These two women are pen pals. One's from Sweden. She comes to Broken Wheel, Iowa, and her friend is dead. So what do they do with all her books? They open a bookstore. So it's really cool.
That sounds neat.
All right, I actually surprised Meryl with my next one.
For sure.
Poems that make women cry. Let me tell you, man, I've gotten old enough to finally get smart in life. I've decided I'd like to learn something about what really motivates women, how to appeal to their heart, and this book does it. 100 women get interviewed about their favorite poem. A lot of them are crying tears of joy rather than sadness. Okay. It's a fascinating insight into the other gender. Or West of Eden, the monsters that created Hollywood, the individuals that created the film industry worldwide, how awful they were in their personal lives, interviews about how they remade the culture, though.
That both sounds fascinating.
So Debbie McComber's new book, A Girl's Guide to Moving On, a mother-in-law and her daughter-in-law find out that both of the men in their relationships are cheating. They both get divorces. They become very good friends. It causes a lot of, it's a good fun book to talk about. The Abundance, which is the new series of essays by Annie Dillard. If you want some short things to talk about, if you don't want to dive into a whole book, Annie Dillard never disappoints.
Except if you're reading it.
That's right.
You're not an Annie Dillard fan.
No. That can't do her essays, hopefully. But I can do Tolkien. If you loved Lord of the Rings, if your children loved Harry Potter, the new Tolkien book, The Story of Killervo, it's a fragment that's been finished that he wrote years ago, and you can see the origins in this book for both Lord of the Rings and for a lot of the Harry Potter ideas. Lots of stuff to talk about and think about in it. Or the new book, a fictionalized account of the life of Georgia O'Keeffe. Here it's her love affair with Alfred Stieglitz, two great creative artists who have different visions for their creativity, and how she has to make choices about giving up her life in New York in order to fulfill her artistic ambitions. Wonderful insights into O'Keeffe.
And we have to give Larry the last word. Sorry.
Good.
I have to look at the rest of the books online.
That's right.
Those are both really good too.
That's right.
All right, all these books are at the bookstore in Hillsborough Village and online at bookmanbookwoman.com. Thanks to you both very much.
Thank you.